Hornsby Farms and the Halfway Homestead.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for it to be sent out to YouTube, Facebook land. Hi, Tamara. How are you, my dear? I'm so glad that you were able to make it in tonight. Y'all, tonight, I'm really excited. And Tamara, I think this is the live for you because me and you are like this on pretty much 100% of the stuff. But tonight, I'm talking more about Stock the Shelf September, and I want to kind of talk about 5 or 6 things that I am like super stocking up on right now. Wait, did I just see my friend Monica's name come up? Shut up! And she's on Facebook too. What? Hi, Monica. But yeah, I want to talk about different things that I'm stocking up on because you know what's funny is last week I had a talk with y'all on my Monday night, but then I also was talking with Monica and Ann on the podcast, and there's so much more. There's so much a bigger umbrella of Stock the Shelf September than just canned food, because we thought about there's a lot of things that you're needing to prep up for the winter, and especially right now when prices are doing this. You see my hands is doing this. You want to get it now, stock it up, find different ways that you're able to preserve it, and just to make yourself feel more comfortable. So now that everything's coming out, hi, Jamie, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yes, stock the shelves. So one thing that I want to talk about, and I'm trying to pull up in my private chat, I'm a lot more organized when I'm on the podcast than I am by myself, by the way. But first one that I want to talk about is firewood, because this new homestead has a wood burning fireplace. Now, all the other homesteads that I have lived at, and y'all, I'm sorry, I have like allergies going like crazy right now, which is weird because it's the fall. But this homestead has a fireplace, wood burning fireplace. So that is probably going to be my predominant source of heat. So I need to make sure I'm stocking up. Now, yes, I have trees around me that I can cut and prep, but also I want to support local homesteads. And I think I talked about it last Monday that, okay, so when I'm leaving my homestead and I'm driving to, let's say, the little town that's local to do some shopping, there's this little boy and he can't be more than like, I think I said 10 to 13, but it may even be like 10 to 13. And he's always sitting out there every single weekend. He is sitting outside of their property with a table and a little awning, and he is selling honey from their homestead and firewood that he has chopped. And I just think that is so cool for a kid to have that much oomph to start selling that kind of stuff. So I want to support him and buy firewood. And it really isn't that expensive how he's selling it. So any way that I can do to support other local homesteads, I want to do. So firewood is one of the ones that I am like big on stocking up and kind of having a burn pile. Because if I'm using that as my main source of income or main source of heat, I need a good bit of it. Because listen, we're in the South. We joke about this all the time, me and Monica and Ann, that we're in the South. We don't get too crazy of temperatures. But if you read the Farmer's Almanac, if I can talk tonight, lately, this year it is supposed to be a very severe cold and wet winter. Now, let me just tell you, I'm gonna look right in the camera. Folks in Georgia cannot drive if there's even mention of snow or ice. Like you could mention it in September and folks start getting crazy, like myself, because I am prepping, but still. So that's one thing that I want to make sure that I have stuff that I can just stay in my house because I'm not going to drive with them. I'm not, right? It's so important to make sure you have things stocked up, um, just so that you don't have to leave. That's the main part, I think, for any homestead. Hey, DJ Arco, ACO, ACO. Let me know how to say it in the chat. Is it ACO, ACO? I know how to say DJ, so I got that much. But thanks for coming in. Um, our electric bill goes from 350 in the summer to less than two. I'm telling you, because we are also, Monica, we're an electric heat and air here at this homestead. So I don't want to pay for $500. Well, I can't. So any way that I can cut that down and having that beautiful fireplace, it's pretty much there. It's clean. It's pretty close to new. I'm going to use it because hot air rises. So my second floor of my house will stay warm. I like it cold anyways. The bottom floor will be nice and warm. You could probably put a fire on, and then when you put it out, it'll probably keep warm for a while. Right. That's the big part is the heat on electric destroys this. And when you don't have this to pay, you don't want to have electric heat. So firewood, that is a big thing. I did some little shopping tonight because I really only shop once a month. But there was a couple things that I really wanted to stock up on. Because tomorrow, let me tell y'all, tomorrow on the Hey Y'all Hey radio show, me and Monica are teaching Anne how to use your points on a credit card to your advantage. Listen, we're in the 21st century. Credit cards are a thing. You could try to live in the past as much as possible and not have a credit card and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just being for real. And that's just my opinion. But we're going to teach her how to use all these different credit reward programs, also such as things like Fetch, Earnify, all these different ones so that Ann Dale can learn what me and Monica know about racking up all these points and money and gift cards to use over the holiday season. And that could be buying the stuff that you need for the winter, and how to use the apps, right? Because Fetch is your best friend. And the one thing is, we will have all of the links tomorrow so that you can sign up for these different apps through me and Monica, so you won't want to miss tomorrow. But I was saying that because tonight I decided to go out because my credit card has a couple different rewards right now that are about to run out, that I wanted to use, like 15% cash back. 15% cash back, y'all. I don't think y'all quite understand how enormous of a cash back that is. Um, Let me tell y'all, when I shop, sometimes I shop for the holidays starting in August because what I can do is I can rack up these points all the way to December, and then I have a nice chunk of money that I've saved up in rewards that I can then put back, and it pretty much pays me to shop. So that was the reason I was out today shopping. And one of the things was I had to go to the good old Tractor Supply, and they had some firewood. So I was like, let me just grab a couple while I'm there and stock it up. So that's what I did for firewood. Let me pull up the private chat on, and of course, y'all know the next one is canned meats and soups. And I wish I could pull up my little list on the screen, but y'all know that that's the big thing for my canning shelves that I'm really trying to focus on in September is canned meats and soups. Because over the holiday season, that's basically what dinner is. It's either soups or it's a roast or it's a casserole. I mean, it's pretty simple and hearty and filling. The one thing that I love to do with soups is I love to make soups not even to have that night, but just go ahead and can it as leftovers. I have, if you watch my video for Stock the Shelf September this past Saturday, did some soups where I didn't really boil them as soups. What I did was I kind of added all the components, not necessarily cold, but kind of cold, and then I pressure canned it. And because in that pressure canning it, it's pressure cooking inside of the jar. So it's boiling the water and the meats and the veggies and seasonings all together anyways. And I the reason I wanted to do that is because I didn't want my soups to kind of be mush. And sometimes when you get certain things and you've cooked the soup on the stove, so you've done it's sat 4 to 5 hours on simmer, then you can it for 90 minutes because there's meats in it. And when you pop open one of the jars, you have to bring it back up to boil. And the best practice is to bring those jars back up to boil for 10 minutes. So it's just like you're boiling, boiling, boiling to where the beans and the meat are just gonna be mushy. Now, if it's a chili, that's probably good. But if it's a chicken enchilada soup, you kind of want the crunch of, I don't say crunch, but you want the texture of the beans and the bell peppers and the chicken. So I tried it this week of just doing the components cold in the jars for a chicken enchilada and a chicken veggie and canned it that way. So we'll see how that turns out. But also canned meat, my favorite thing to do. And let me tell you, while I was out today, I went to the good old Aldi's because I love shopping at Aldi's, and they always have the family pack of chicken drumettes legs for like $4. And I throw 3 of them suckers in a quart jar, which usually that $4 gets me 4 quarts. So it's $1 a quart, and that's a meal of chicken. I can take that out and the bones come out beautifully. You just kind of pull and it just falls off the bone. And then I'm using it for casseroles, or I'm using it for taco meat, or I'm even using it for pet food. I mean, it's a great way to get that for cheap, cheap, cheap. Because asked if they had any promotion. I'm telling you, everything helps. Everything helps. And let me tell you, one thing that I'm teaching Ann tomorrow is it's a very competitive business for credit cards. Do not let them fool you. Because if you have said credit card, we'll call it a credit card. Okay, this is a credit card. This is what you have. You call, you ask if they have certain rewards, you look on the app, on the website, and there's not really much that is good, which BTW is mother guess. My mother's credit cards are bullshit. Ooh, I just cussed on. I'm sorry, y'all. It's bullcrap. And I get really hype about credit cards. And you call in, they're like, no, we don't really have anything this month. There are other credit card companies, credit card B, that will buy your credit card A and take the balance and put it onto theirs, who have the 13% cash back for certain companies, or the miles, the equal dollar a point mile. You really need to look into it. It's a very competitive market, and don't let a credit card company tell you that they don't have it, because then it's just like, all right, if you don't have it, this is not the card for me. I mean, I'm spending my money and I'm paying interest to do this. So find a company that works for you. I'm telling you, yes, there's also it has been said too. Now, I have not tried this, but I have heard that you can call in certain companies and ask for them to lower your interest after a certain number of paying on time and that kind of stuff. That's something to try also. But yeah, the credit card stuff is going to be so much fun to talk about tomorrow to earn the points. The credit card, the apps, the earning apps, the different ways to get coupons, cashback options. There's so many right now. Because listen, all of these companies, whether it's food, whether it's clothing, whether whatever it is, are competing for your business. Don't forget that. They're competing for your, they don't have a buttload of clients because clients nowadays are looking for the best option. So if they put out the best option, that's the best way that you're going to get the best deals. See what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you a funny story with Kroger. We were big Kroger shoppers, which is a grocery store chain here in the South. I don't know if it's in the North or the West, but if it is, leave me in the chat. But we were big Kroger shoppers. The prices went up and customer service went down, and we dipped. And I went to Aldi's. Aldi's has better prices. If I'm getting certain things, it's just better there. And Kroger's company started noticing, hey, this Kroger Plus card is not chomping on our stores very much anymore. And then it started sending me all these amazing deals, all these amazing coupons to come back. So it is very, I don't know. I know y'all have them in Texas, but that's the thing. They're looking for your business. You don't have to search them out. You will find the best deals that are good for you. And that's the best way to do it. Because right now, if you can get a reward system together now until December, you will have a chunk of change to put on Christmas presents or Christmas decor or your credit card for the end of the year to get, situated before the new year starts. I'm telling you, this is going to be such a wonderful episode. And also, it's tomorrow's episode is episode 1 of our second season. It's crazy to me. We record and we think, how were we on 7 seasons of the podcast and now the second year of our radio show? And it really is all thanks to y'all that come into our lives, come into the podcast lives. I know I'm starting fresh on doing my lives, and I appreciate all of y'all that are coming in and supporting me. It's kind of sporadic when I do my lives, but I'm gonna try to be really good and do every Monday. But yes, tomorrow you're not gonna want to miss the credit card one. Hi, Ronnie. Thanks for coming in. So next one that I'm really trying to stock up on during September for the winter is soaps and candles. At the very beginning of my homesteading journey, I was making my own soaps and candles, and I actually was selling them at farmers markets. Um, yes, thank you. I'm really excited. I cannot believe because let me tell y'all, before I get into the soap and candle thing, I was whining to Monica and Eric. No, Monica and Ann. I wasn't whining to Eric because he would have told me to be quiet. To Monica and Ann about being the smallest channel because both of their amazing channels have like skyrocketed to the moon. And then I started doing prepping stuff, which prepping and pantry is my passion. I love doing that kind of stuff. I love canning. And I guess it kind of showed through the videos because I I looked the other no, I looked today because a company had hit me up about being an affiliate, and they're like, "We need you to send us, like, in the past 90 days, how has your channel grown?" And I was at 2,900, and I was like 60 something subscriber increase, almost 3,000 subscribers in 3 months, which is crazy to me being a smaller channel and growing that much. Thank you, Ronnie. It's so sweet of you. Thank you. Um, so I am so blessed to be able to share what I love to do and do what I love on videos and the podcast with you amazing people. I mean, there's no words. There's no words how honored I am to be able to put out a video and have people watch it. Because there's so many channels that you could be watching. But the difference in my channel from other channels is I truly have a true deep passion for what I do. Like it's when I moved from my farm, when I sold my farm and moved back here to the suburbs, it felt like my whole identity was gone. And I learned very quickly that's because my identity is homesteading and prepping and canning and all that kind of stuff. So that's why the halfway homestead is because I'm moving back out to the country very soon because you only get one life and you need to live it and do exactly what you want to do with it because you're not promised the next day on. And that was my little soapbox, little spiel, and now I'm moving on. So thank you to all of y'all. I love y'all for supporting my channel. We're going back to soaps and candles. Okay. So I used to make and sell soaps and candles at the very beginning of my homesteading journey. I did a coconut oil soap and I did a soy candle. When we moved on to the homestead, when I moved on full time and started doing some of it in the gardening, I just lost track of doing that, y'all. It was super busy. That was actually the same time that I told Eric, Monica's husband, that I was going to get showered and changed for dinner and make it very southern and all that kind of stuff. And he laughed. And it was true because a year into it, and I was like, I can't remember the last time I showered, to be for real. But soaps and candles, I really want to stock up on. One reason, because yes, you can go to the stores and you can go to Walmart and you can go to Dollar Tree and buy soap relatively cheap, but it's what you're putting onto your body. Because what you put on your skin soaks into your skin and gets into your body. It's just the same as what you're putting in your mouth. So all of that, if you sit and read articles or read the ingredients that are on the soap, it's not something that I really want to have on my body. And I've gotten really lazy lately and have done that. And I've had to be like, let's stop and bring it back. I know how to make soap. I know how to make candles. Why am I not doing that? And you probably think candles, Casey, what is that for? The type of wax that you use is what you're inhaling. It's what's in your house soaking into your walls. I mean, the essential oils that you use, you're inhaling this essential oil or this fake oil. Because don't get it twisted. There is a big difference between essential oils and the fragrant oils that they use in cheaper candles. It may smell nice, don't be wrong, because I love a good pumpkin spice candle like the next guy, but know what's in your stuff. So candles and soaps, I'm like, I need to pop out like 2 batches just to have over the winter because especially one big thing when you have ice or power outages, you need candles and you use a good bit of candles. And one thing that I bought these today and I put them on my desk as I'm dropping stuff all over my desk because it's a mess. I don't know if you hear all that stuff falling. Is this. And you're probably thinking, Casey, why did you get crowns? Well, my dear friend Anne has said that this is like a candle. Light this sucker up, and it's like a candle. So you have little pillars that you're able to light and have a little bit of light. Ambiance lighting, it's not going to light up a lot, but having a couple of these is good to have. The Crisco jar, I have some of those in my pantry. Those are really good for heating and light. So that is my next one is soaps and candles because you want to stay clean and you want to have light. Now, this fourth one is so important. I'm choking on my own spit, y'all. Now, I know some people are going to say, Casey, this next one is not a necessity. It is a necessity for me. Because as much as I want to be like the pioneer homesteaders, I like toilet paper. And I can go use no rag. I'm just not. So stocking up on toilet paper now. And I have a great company that I get some toilet paper from. It's called Who Gives a Crap. And it is on my link tree, which is if you click that QR code, it takes you over there and you can get 10% off. But it's recycled toilet paper, well, recycled bamboo paper, and it is great. It is really, really good. It's decent price. I'm able to stock up pretty good, so that's another one. Now, moving on because I know that nobody really wants to talk about toilet paper that long. Is coffee and shelf stable creamer. I'm a coffee drinker. If you're not a coffee drinker, bear with me. But the price of coffee is rumored to about to double. Now, whatever side you are, I'm believing about the increase in stuff. When you see it, you see it. And coffee already has almost doubled. And then now that price is about to double. I am just not willing to pay $14, $15 a pound for coffee. I love coffee, and if I don't have coffee, I'm not a nice Casey, but I don't want to pay $15. So what I'm doing now is I'm really stocking up on coffee beans. Now, coffee beans are easier to store because once they grind it, it releases the oils and then it goes bad faster. Now, it still's not going to go bad like the next day. Um, and you can vacuum seal it if you feel more comfortable buying it that way. And I have done that. But stocking up on coffee and shelf stable creamers. Now, you're probably like, Casey, what are you talking about, shelf stable creamers? I have a video that's coming out where I'm talking about my 5 top pantry items. Oh, my eyes are itching now. Um, top 5 items that I can turn into 25 different staples in my pantry. And spoiler alert, I'm going to say that one of them is um, milk powder. Milk powder I can turn into so many different things, and one of them is creamer. So I always have that on hand. I have gotten to the point where I am not super into my creamers anymore just because it messes up digestive stuff. And I'll get a keto friendly syrup now, which the syrups are shelf stable, so I can buy them in bulk and put them on. Um, but coffee and creamer must, 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 must. And the last one before I wrap her up, and y'all know me. This is not anything. This is not going to be a shocker one. I'm not going to be like, ooh, shocked face. But I like to stock up on my adult beverage, um, mainly because of price. Now I have made my own wine and I have stored that. But when you find one that you like, that's a really decent price, why not stock it up? Because listen, just like coffee makes me a nice Casey, a glass of wine makes me a pleasant Casey at night. So I'm just saying, those are the things that I'm wanting to start stocking up. Now, I hope you're going to be joining me over the next couple of weeks of September because every Saturday I'm going to put out a video where I'm going to talk about the things that I've prepped. One of the things that I'm really well, I'll say two. There's two things that I want to tell you that I'm really excited before I log off because I'm trying to keep this to about 30 minutes because I really do appreciate y'all coming in and spending your time, but I don't want to overdo y'all's time. But one of them is hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to be canning eggs to make hard-boiled eggs shelf stable. Stay tuned. The other one is pancake syrup because I already have a pancake powdered recipe that I vacuum seal in a jar. So when I'm ready to make a batch of pancakes, like if Brother Chris and Sis Tara and Mom are here, I can make it quick. And now I'm like, I need some good solid maple pancake syrup. And I am going to be making my own from shelf stable stuff, and we're going to be canning it. So you are not going to want to miss that. But y'all, thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really had a lot of fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all are enjoying these Monday Night Lives. Please share them to like-minded people. Let's get a little group going every Monday. I'm really excited, Ronnie. I'm really excited, especially about the pancake syrup. Does that make me a fat kid? I think so, but it's okay. I'm really excited about the pancake syrup. But share it out, get more folks to come in. Monday nights are going to be a lot of fun, and I'm actually start showing recipes starting next Monday. And at the end of the month, every single Monday chit chat I do, I'm going to do a giveaway. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all come into Hey Y'all Hey radio show because we're going to be talking about all the stuff credit cards. I'm glad you do too, Ronnie. Thank you, sweetie. Um, I am so excited about the credit card stuff and the app stuff with Monica and tomorrow. Um, if you miss it, go over to Round the Hay Bale, click subscribe because sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you. And you can rewatch it, but you're really going to want to be in there live. So go over now to our YouTube, click that bell because it will remind you, and you're going to see it soon pop up on me and Monica's channels too. So you can set reminders there, but it's going to be a really good one. Credit card, saving money. I want to be able to save y'all money too over the holiday season, and we're going to be able to do that tomorrow together. So y'all, I will see y'all next Monday on Monday Night Chit Chat. Bye. Everyone have a blessed week.